Open the gates to Health Science Center Zoom Sanctuary Interfaith Inspirational Gathering by using these simple tips. The Open Interfaith Health Science Zoom Sanctuary Inspirational Gathering, the next is on the 1st of November 2022, noon Central Time. All are welcome. Underlying the process, even from the start, is of course the collective movement toward the vision of material and spiritual prosperity set forth by Him who is the life giver of the world. But when such large numbers are involved, the movement of an entire population becomes discernible. This movement is especially in evidence in those clusters where a local magical Asgard, the dawning place of the dimension of God, is to be established. All are welcome at our gatherings. You are the peace of all things, calm. You are the place to hide from harm. You are the light that shines in dark. You are the heart, eternal spark. You are the door that opened wide. You are the guest who waits inside. You are the stranger at the door. You are the calling of the poor. You are my Lord, and with me still. You are my love, keep me from ill. You are the light, the truth, the way. You are my Savior this very day. Honoring all the children that did not come home. Verily with exceeding joy, with heart and soul, to these oppressed of thine offer themselves up for all mankind in every land. Thou seest them, O my Lord, weeping over the tears thy people shed, mourning the grief of thy children, condoling with humankind, suffering because of the calamities that beset all the denizens of the earth. Dear God, please help me to set aside everything I think I know about people, places, or things, so I may have an open mind and a new experience. Please help me to see the truth about people, places, or things. The dialogue about missing and murdered First Nations women is important if we're to build a community we all feel we belong in. It's a hard discussion and a difficult one, even traumatic to hear. Our Aboriginal sisters have had to go through this trauma. We can learn how they deal with being traumatized and can draw on their strength. If it's too much to bear, you can mute everything for the duration of the next slide. Bleu explains that it was important to include two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, and asexual, and gender-diverse people in the National Inquiry's mandate, because they have always been part of the Indigenous circle. Our two-spirited people, our trans people, they've always been in community. They were ostracized through colonization. They were told that their lifestyle was not appropriate, that they couldn't carry on the way they were. But we're still here, and that we need to teach each other the valuable skills that we pick up along the way. We need to support each other in doing our cultural work to reclaim who we are. O my God, my Lord and my Master, I have detached myself from my kindred and sought through thee to become independent of all that dwell on earth, and ever ready to receive that which is praiseworthy in thy sight. Bestow upon me such good as will make me independent of aught else but thee, and grant me an ampler share of thy boundless favors. Verily thou art the Lord of grace abounding. Dear Lord, help me to see and admit that I am powerless over. Help me to understand how has led me to unmanageability in my life. Help me this day to understand the true meaning of powerlessness. Remove from me all the denial of my. So this prayer is developed from the chapter more about alcoholism. I bear witness, O my God, that thou hast created me to know thee and to worship thee. Testify this moment to my powerlessness and to thy might, to my poverty and to thy wealth. There is none other God but thee, the help in peril, the self-subsisting. Inspire them, O my Lord, with a sense of their own powerlessness before him who is the manifestation of thyself. Teach them to recognize the poverty of their own nature in the face of the manifold tokens of thy self-sufficiency and riches, that they may gather together round thy cause and cling to the hem of thy mercy, cleave to the cord of thy good pleasure, of thy will. Thou art the Lord of the worlds, and all those who show mercy art the most merciful. Do Black Lives Matter? Most certainly, for they are the pupil of the eye of humanity. I beseech thee, by the wrongs thou hast suffered, and the ills inflicted upon thee by the hosts of the wrongful doers, to send down upon me from the clouds of thy mercy that which will purify me of all that is not of thee, that I may be worthy to praise thee and fit to love thee. Hope you can join us Tuesdays, noon Central Time.